Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Now, our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, heroic deeds can be done in the name of evil, but evil deeds can never be heroic.
Ooh. Smart cookie, hey, Grandma Daynut.
We'll see.
It depends what side of the battle you're on, yes?
Undra Vermis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
Those who doubt you probably have a valid reason.
Tish Dustlight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
After last week, I was very influenced, and so I just went with this really cool song from this old movie. Yeah, I would fight for you, I lie for you, walk ridge line for you, yeah, I'd eat pie for you. You know it's true, everything I do it for Dougal, Stevie and Dave.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks.
And Skald Gunvarsson, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Inte varje moln som förmörkar dagen ger regn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Not every cloud that darkens the day produces rain. Or gives you rain.
Oh. Oh.
That's a good one, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
I wasn't really listening.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
But you know, honesty is always good. Well, we join our intrepid group, having been dropped off by the frustrated and, I suppose, slightly pissed off angel known as Mika. You know him also as Marlin, and his human guys. Dropping you off instead of in Hawkesmore, the city, in Hawkesmore Forest, maybe half a day's travel north. As soon as he departs, you are set upon by a band of hooded fellows who you dispatched and really took offence by being attacked by, slaying a number of their group and having just a wee young boy fleeing the scene. With a brief kind of chase from Shold, you leave up and make your way to the road, where you take stock of what's been a long day, and with your journey ahead to Hawkesmore, probably kind of early, late morning. What are you doing?
I do just want to clarify they started it. They didn't start it, they shot Tish.
Oh, they were quite bad, weren't
Yeah.
they? They were going hard, though.
Yeah.
Smash it. I'm nearly dead.
And Tish,
I was dead.
Tish did try to reason with them, even though I thought
Yes.
it was rubbish at that point. She did try and they wouldn't listen,
Yeah.
even that monk. So
Yeah.
they got what they deserve, really.
Yes.
So it's about midday. I look at the sun. Oh, it's about midday. Shall we just we're a bit beat up.
Yep.
So shall we just take a quick hour rest, just to
Yes, please.
find our wounds
Yeah.
and that,
Please.
and then we'll head on for the city. Does that work for everyone?
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
A short rest.
Yeah.
How do you score stuff back on a short rest?
You roll some hit dice if you want
Choice.
to.
Yes.
So you can.
That's my D8. I wrote it
And I
down.
believe you, if you wanted to, you also have a song of short rest.
You have
or-
a song of rest. Don't you?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't know if it's a long rest or a short rest.
Oh, I think it's long rest.
No, it's short.
You can roll your various hit dice
That's
as many as
not
you
even the right
feel
one, is it?
necessary.
It's the one, that one. Yeah. It's the, just only goes up to 8, right?
No, that's the 10.
That's the 10 because it's got a 0 on it. There it is.
Yeah.
It's the choice one.
And what do we get for your song of rest?
Yeah, you just roll and I'll just have a quick look. Oh, that's the song, but I'm not going to sing it. That I remembered the other day was Up Across the Blue Lake. That's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed, and my father said, don't worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. That's what I couldn't remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's an extra 1d6.
Don't worry, don't
Per
you worry,
dice
child.
altogether.
No, so if you basically, anyone that can hear your performance regains hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6. So just all of you, well, Tish, you can roll the d6
Roll
and
the
everyone
D6
gets that
for
number.
us.
That's that one. Hello.
That's an extra one.
Oh,
Tahi.
excellent.
Tahi, I rolled like scrolled.
That's all.
No, I would roll 2.
You would have rolled 2, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And I do my D8, because... and I add it to that, which makes
And
cool.
you do a constitution.
Can go once, but
Modifier?
the refresher
Yeah,
shot
you
is
can combo
choose
this
extended
to
spell
each dice,
slot
isn't
to
it?
recover.
Yeah.
Combine
Oh.
A what? A
four.
constitution.
Then I didn't
Oh, that
need to
one?
use that
Yeah.
For
many
both
dice.
of them.
Yeah, no, just for one.
Just for one.
for the d8.
That's that.
What does it say?
You're in the process of resting and healing. There's quiet moments where you're just reflecting on what's happened and maybe the journey ahead and what your plans are. Shold, you're sitting in a particularly kind of quiet state, and you kind of feel the gruff warrior-esque voice kind of in your head, a kind of very mellow tone. I think we need to have a talk. And the noise, the voice of Volt now clearing your head. What happened earlier today? How do you feel about that? And I'm not going to have some psychotherapy BS there, but being in battle in a war is one thing, but to chase a child into the woods?
Yeah. Should have his parents should have surrendered. So then I wouldn't have had to chase him.
I just thought I'd ask because getting to know you slowly over these past weeks, and it is important to me to know who you are. See, every member of a team, everyone you fight with has a job, has a role. And as far as I was understanding, yours was to temper them, to keep them on track and in line. That is not what I saw today. And it's a different side of it, that is all.
Yes, well, me keeping them in line haven't worked that well leading up to this, and also everyone's been telling me I need to be more forceful and get stuff done.
Yes, but
And even you had said I need to start smashing more stuff.
yes,
So
Evil things in battle.
And this was a battle, like it was survival. We offered them a chance to surrender. They did not.
this is true. But I would just say be wary. There is a line, even for a warrior, even for a champion of a god, even for a priest preaching his sermon to the masses. There is a line, and once crossed, it is hard to come back from that. This is one of the downsides to war, but I'm sure you know that already.
Yes, I'm not about to start killing innocent people.
I'm glad to hear it. Save that wrath for those that deserve it, yes. Well, I just wanted to say something. Like I said, I think it is important and I get to know you.
Yes, but if someone threatened the lives of me or my friends, I will not shed a tear for putting them down.
Well, good.
Are you alright, Scold? You look a bit like I used to look when Grandma Dana told me off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just having an internal conversation with me and my hammer.
Oh.
I'm going to pretend I understood some of that.
Yeah.
Can I get you to roll a straight d20?
Yes. 7.
Oh. Now the outcome of that will dictate what happens somewhere else in the story. But instead of making the decisions myself, leave it up to you.
So when it all goes horribly wrong, it's your fault.
Oh yeah. Well, like normal. Then.
Same as every week, really.
If you had the choice, would you have rolled a 7?
No, I would have rolled a 2.
Oh, that's my boy.
Well, you feel suitably rested. You kind of just a little bit of weariness leaving your muscles. The afternoon is kind of drawing on you now.
Can we start heading towards Hawkesmore then?
You certainly can.
But we saw that poster on the tree, didn't we, with our faces on it?
yeah.
Do we need to try and like disguise ourselves
Yeah.
somehow?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I don't
Okay.
know how we would do that.
Let's
Well,
have a look at what I've got in my bag.
and I've got, what have I got?
Haven't you got some magic that makes you look like someone else?
Yes.
How long does that last for?
One moment, please, caller.
Maybe you could cut your hair, cut your ponytail.
No, that's going too far. I
Oh.
think I'll just put the hood on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't I have like a little bag of
You have a disguise kit.
Yeah.
entertainer's pack and disguise kit? I was trying to find it. I was looking in the wrong place. I'm not very good. It was-
Concentration, up to 1 hour.
Oh, it's not going to last us,
No.
like, is it?
I could give you a fake mustache.
Oh.
Yep, and a beard. What do you want?
Or could I have one of those great big noses?
Yep.
You've already got one.
Yep.
Dwarves? The dwarves have... No? The dwarves have...
All right. a little
Enough to
face.
get. You've got to get the ear in when you're working in the mines.
Do you mean like be one of the big red ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the circus.
I don't suppose you're like a chameleon and your skin can change colour.
I don't think so.
Or it'd be good if it
One
could.
moment, please.
Are you having this discussion whilst walking?
Yeah, we're just like...
Hang on. I'll see. Is it different?
Oh, yeah! You've gone green!
Oh. Okay. See how long it lasts.
As the hours pass by, the road, hard packed and well trodden, kind of ruts from wagon wheels, a busy trade route. You make your way slowly, ever kind of south, ever westward, and you crest a hill, and off into the distance, there is this opening expanse of ocean off in the distance, the point of the west coast of the continent stretches before you, and then nestled down, maybe you think an hour or so away, there is this large kind of sprawling city, walled, encompassing it, edging on the lake and the seafront. The pathway just meanders down and slowly to it. At no point can you see any major cover. There's no trees or forests or woods now between where you stand and what you believe to be the northern gate of Hawkesmore. Can I just get everyone to roll a perception check from this vantage point?
18.
24.
Oh,
18.
if it's not on anything. Never mind 20, not natural.
The three of you are quite taken with the grandeur of this site. It's like looking down on a small village at this scale. And your attention is caught by a number of tall ships that are making their way out of the port and on their journey to the Western Islands. Duncan, your kind of eyes are drawn inland to the edge of the lake where you can see a number of smaller vessels moving into a small fishing dock, like way off in the distance. And a number of those are more kind of to the northern banks of the lake. kind of nearer to where you can see at the kind of the top edge. But that's the more interesting points that you've seen.
Do you think perhaps when we go through the city gate, we shouldn't go together? So, like, two of us should go first, and then the other one should come in later, because they're looking for 3 of us, aren't they, on that poster?
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe you
Yes.
two could go together, and then me and Tish could go together, and that might confuse them if they're looking for 3 people.
And I have the cloak of elven kind.
What does that do?
While you wear a cloak with its hood up, wisdom perception checks made to see you have disadvantage. You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide, as the cloak's colour shifts to camouflage.
Oh, that will be good.
That's very handy.
Oh, have you still got that spider web cloak that we got off the dead necromancer?
Yes.
Maybe, could I have that? Because I left my cloak like with them dead
Would
bodies.
you like some wolf ears to wear with it?
No, I think that might draw attention.
Okay.
But I could like pretend to be a wizard. Not that I'm not a wizard, but I could
Yeah.
pretend
I
to
have
be a
some
wizard.
fishy fingers with webbing.
No,
No.
I think we should probably stray away from the body parts like idea.
We
really.
could scalp the necromancer head, and you could have a little wig.
Oh, we could
A
put the,
toupee.
we could put the face on.
Oh, the necromancer's face. It might be a bit stinky.
It'll be stinky.
Yeah, no, that'll probably draw attention,
No,
wouldn't it?
no,
Good
no. Like
idea.
Or the helmet.
I've been preserving it.
Okay. I don't want to
Oh.
Yes, because you've got a spell for it.
Oh,
I'm guessing. Is it?
Gentle repose.
Yeah, I think it's that one. Because I didn't want it to start smelling.
Okay.
probably still not best to like chop his face off, pretend to wear it though.
No. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's probably a bit over the top.
Yeah, and it's sort of gonna ruin the skull.
Yeah.
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 But I will wear that spiderweb cloak if that's all right, and try and
Sure.
not look like the incredible dwarf hero that I am.
Okay.
Maybe try and
Yeah.
look a bit different.
Yeah, I'll put my hood up and walk a bit hunchback, so I don't look as magnificent as normal.
Yep, on the with the rolls that you've got, 18s, 20s, and so on, you can clearly see maybe a mile in front of you. Looks like a procession, 2 wagons, a caravan, some horseback riders, and some people walking. A group that's stretched out over maybe 50 feet or so, and they're clearly making their way toward the city.
Or
Could we blend?
Yeah. Can we catch up with them and blend in?
Yeah, it's easily done. Kind of double time to make their way to them, and you make your way up to the stragglers at the back. A number of individuals walking, backpacks on, kind of walking staffs, just kind of walking the hard path. Yep, you could turn around and good afternoon. How good travels?
Oh yes, we've just come from somewhere else.
Well, most of us have, yes.
We're having an absolutely delightful day.
Well, that's quite spiffing. Business in the city? Just visiting?
Oh yes, we're bringing fishing nets for the fishermen.
Oh, well, good job. Well done.
I've got the holes.
He kind of looks at you. Like, you could say the most important part, I suppose.
Oh yeah, because otherwise you just get a load of water, it'd be like a big bag, wouldn't work.
No, yes. Imagine. Looks away. And a younger girl kind of comes up. Oh, Daddy, can you explain again what happens when the sea's rough? You're flooding. You were saying about the drains. And he kind of like looks around and says, oh, yes, and he kind of starts talking absently to this young girl over here, because he's not trying to be particularly coy about it. A description about a very intricate system of drains that run from the centre of town out to either the coast or toward the inland lake, and how they help stop the city from flooding. Kind of details like this, and then he moves into discussing about the free trade and the port and out to the Western Islands. So, yeah.
Oh, so good, strong infrastructure. That's handy.
What a marvellous city.
looks around at you and smiles.
Are all you people together in this caravan, or have you just joined it?
A female looks around at you. She goes, oh, some of us are together. Traders, a couple of caravans up the front. They're separate. We made the trip alongside them. It's safer in numbers.
Did you have much trouble on the way?
No, none. Not at all. Did you yourselves?
Yes, we got attacked by bandits, but we killed them all. Apart from a little boy who ran away.
He jokes.
But I mean, you jest. But I've heard of a number of problems. And she kind of looks around in that same manner as someone who's just like expecting someone to jump out and start eavesdropping. And she goes, I've heard the tales of some of the troubles the villagers and the outer farms have been having. It doesn't sound good.
What sort of trouble?
And then, having just looked, she looks again. Apparently, there is a group within the city that is stretching out their reach to, how would you put it? They're charging towns and villages for protection that they don't necessarily need. And there was one story about one farmer who politely said, "No, thank you very much," and what they did to him was not pleasant.
What they called this group?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but they're just I don't know, a criminal gang maybe, but they seem to be quite prolific. She kind of looks over at the little girl, comes like dawdles back and whispers. Apparently, they put this man on a cross, and then poured molten iron all over his head. The screams! Oh my goodness, the screams were.
It's very
I heard they were terrible.
Oh, that sounds.
Of course, you're right. They're very effective. No one else has questioned them since.
How terrible.
People are just paying them money. Yes.
Well, I suppose molten iron's not cheap, is it?
No.
No, I don't even know what.
Yes. Well, apparently there's a group that are trying to combat them, to kind of rob from these brigands to give money back to the local villagers. Wish them well. Yes. It's good to see someone trying to do something.
Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
No, that's
yes,
true.
I know, but in the face of
You should go to the local authorities. or hire proper heroes.
Yeah, because the problem with doing that is you might try and rob the wrong people who haven't actually done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, vigilantism just doesn't work, does it?
No.
It starts off as a good idea, but then, you know.
The man turns around again, having kind of been overhearing, and then he's kind of shooed the girl up to go and walk with the horses. Yes, but I don't think the guards in the city have much control over what's going on, to be honest. There's the commander is a female, a woman, Alan Tasselheim, and really, she needs to get a grip. Otherwise, they're going to lose this city.
What's she called again?
I heard of Alan.
Alan.
Tasselhind.
Alan.
Alan?
Yes.
Alan.
Double A.
Alan.
Yes.
Alan.
A-A-L-E-N.
Steve.
I know.
Alan Tasselheim
Alan Tasselheim, yes.
is the
Actually, she's the Lord Commander of the City Guard.
Lord Commander.
Oh.
If anybody could help her get a grip, it'd be Al Shoal, wouldn't it?
Again, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
at
he's
you.
got a good grip.
Yeah.
But, anyway, but he's like, yes, I think they're at their wits' end, but I don't know who these people are, but
So I think they need to hire proper adventurers.
I need to do something.
Where would we find Alan Tasselheim?
I imagine she'd be in the guards, barracks.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. We are just making a trip to discuss some business, and then we will be leaving as soon as we can. This is not a city that we would like to stay in a moment longer. Unfortunately.
What nature of business are you in?
Well, we are looking to sell some timber out of the shop, the ship docks, just for repairs, maybe new boat builds. But we have a forestry kind of section, up in the north area of this region. So yes, but we have a good yield this year, which we're looking to sell, and yes, but hence why we're with this caravan. The roads are not as safe as maybe they used to be.
I like wood.
Yes, of course. Anyway, well,
Is that true, Scald?
you have a wonderful stay, and yes, we wish you all the best. Good luck selling your holy nets.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, they're not holy.
Though they are, he made a very specific point of saying he's in charge of the whole.
No one's blessed them.
No, I don't think that's what I meant. You weren't listening. They're whole nets.
Yes, they're whole nuts. Yes,
Yes. A whole net full of holes. Maybe you should have someone bless them, and then there could be the 3 whole nets. See, business venture for you. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Best of luck. And he kind of turns, and they take a couple of quick steps away from you and start muttering like, "They're strange. I know, but they seem nice. Do you think she's a little bit simple, the other one?" "Yes." "Yes. I know. Sounds like she's playing that board game where they always want the wood." "Yes. Anyway, carry on, and the city's getting closer and closer. Anything you want to do on the last kind of mosey up to?
Is there someone who seems to be in charge of the caravan?
You have a look up and down. Make a quick perception check.
Oh, I'm on fire today.
Oh,
Someone
put you out.
A bit like Robin Hood was last week. 24.
Right, yeah. You look around, and there's a gentleman in kind of green travelling clothes, but they seem to be very good quality, hemmed with some kind of brownish design. He seems to be giving some stern orders to one of the drivers, pretty apparent that he's in charge.
Okay. Can I walk up to him and tug his sleeve?
He looks like, yes,
I walk up to him and
can I help you?
Hello. We've not been to this city before, but you look like you probably have, because you look like you're in charge.
I've been here a number of times. I ask, who are you?
Oh, I'm just a lowly fisherman who's come here to sell my net holes. I wondered if there's a good tavern that you would know of for us to stay in.
Well, there's many a good tavern in the town, really. Some good to suggest. I mean,
Where are you staying?
I have a house. So,
can we stay with you?
no, you may certainly not.
Oh,
But I mean, just make your way to the living district on the north side of the city. I would avoid the southern gate district. Anything really past the castle in the centre. Yeah, I'm sure you'll run across some. I mean, you have the Bluebell Inn and the Sea Breeze. But yes, I mean, any would suffice.
What's wrong with the southern district?
Unfortunately, it's where you find the more unfortunate beggars, the urchins hang around more, troublemakers, I suppose.
Where do the criminals hang out?
I think that was suggested with the term troublemakers, my friend.
Oh.
But, yes. Anyway,
where do you good beggars stay?
he kind of looks and goes, "Yeah, I've got work to be done. Have a nice day."
Thank you.
And kind of gestures with a hand, very kind of, yeah, okay, as you like. And then carries on doing some work, and kind of moves up toward the head of the caravan now to talk to someone else.
We feel a bit sick.
I think we might have aliases, so we don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be Marlin.
Marlin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to be Duncan, because, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to be a different Duncan.
Or you could be
No, I think it's different from Duncan. Duncan. Yes.
or Frank.
Yeah.
Frank. Okay. Who are you going to be?
Joanna.
Who?
Joanna, man.
Oh, okay.
Joanna, man.
I'm going to be Muffy.
I'll write this down, even I won't remember.
I hope I can keep that up when it starts.
Instead of Muffy with a Y or an I.
Oh, that's a very good
Yes.
question.
I was going with a Y.
I was
Yeah,
going
same.
with a Y.
Same.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
I need to write down my own name.
Yes.
Who are you again?
Marlin.
Marlin.
Like the fish and the dick. Angel.
You might need to introduce us to that one.
I mean,
No, that's not what I call it. No.
Next. And we're moving on.
Slowly, the entranceway to the city is getting closer and closer. You see this large, as you're getting near to it, relatively intimidating stone wall that moves left, kind of east and west from this large gate. The gate itself maybe is about 30 feet wide. Two very large wooden doors are drawn to either side in some sort of sliding mechanism. There are, at this point, you can see in the distance at least maybe 8 guardsmen on this side of the gate alone, and there's already a small queue starting to backlog of people getting in, and they seem to be checking wagons and just talking to people as they come on in. It's a very slow process into the city itself.
So are they like paying everyone close attention or certain people?
Make a perception check, please.
13.
From this distance, it's hard to tell, but they seem to be talking to most people, and you can see them like having from. There's a couple where there's some guards that are walking around a caravan and then letting it through. But the exact, what's the word, thoroughness of the kind of the check, you can't quite make out.
Okay.
Invisibility?
Ooh.
Or it might be worth it for you because you stand out quite a lot. I don't know about the rest of us because we're perhaps like a bit more. You know, am I right in thinking there's not like that many drow in everyday society here?
Correct, yeah.
As beautiful as me, obviously.
As beautiful as you are, you stand out.
But the rest of us probably are a bit more fit in.
Yeah, and the humans, dwarves, gnomes, common enough for the mixed races of the world. But
Yeah. Maybe you could do your invisibility then, eh?
So, for the sake of getting in, do we want another one to be invisible as well? So we're not this band of 4 or 3?
Because you and
Because
I,
of
at a
them.
different level, we can tag a friend and make them invisible. We could all be invisible.
But it'd be good if somebody was in their own proper
Yeah.
business. Fisherman.
Yeah.
I'm a wood grower, like part of this caravan. So I
And
can
who are
like,
you going to be today?
so I can just walk by one of the caravans and then sort of look like I'm leading a horse or something.
Okay. So
Okay.
maybe you be invisible and we'll just
Yeah.
like blag
Okay.
our way through.
Okay.
Just looks like I'm part of the group.
okay. And you get closer and closer, and as you get closer, it is apparent that there's a good conversation with each group, and it's not long. Is it you're happy? This is your plan? Is what you're doing?
How long a wait is it?
Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Double.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put it like that. No, it's fine. So you get to a point where the caravan that you are kind of piggybacked onto is now coming up to the gate. The gate itself,
Oh, sheesh.
for the sake of this, we'll put like a gazillion guards, but let's just pretend.
Little tiny one.
Yeah, lots of guards just here.
Maybe,
Oh, those.
maybe if you go on your own,
So many
and
Robbie Williams.
me and Tish can go together, and I can pretend to be like a simple companion.
Yeah.
Pretend.
Yeah.
No, that was actually what I was gonna. I was gonna pretend I was simple and didn't speak the language or something if they talked to me. I just make
Well, yeah, you don't really speak the language. Do
no,
you?
I just make grunting noises.
Yeah.
Tell them one of your proverbs. That'll
Yes.
confuse them.
Oh, but then they might think I'm like a very intelligent scholar or something.
Do you need any bribery money?
No.
Okay.
I've got a bit of like loose change in my underpants anyway.
Now
Delicious.
the caravan has stopped. The gentleman who was in the well-made travelling cloak, so you'd identified as being the troop, he goes up to one of the guards. It's a conversation, and then he pulls out a parchment and unrolls it, and then he starts pointing at various people in the caravan to counting it off, and then there is a moment where he highlights the back of the train and just kind of waves his fingers like this, and then gestures to this list, and then gives the list to the guard. He holds, and a number of other guards start kind of moving around the caravan. And at this point, you can also see they all have what looks like some form of wooden board with parchments on them as well, and are just now looking at each
Can I just
individual.
whisper to Undra? Can I say, can you sneak forward a little bit and see what they've got on their parchment in case it's like ink blots of us?
Yep, and slowly making their way. You can see a few of them are opening flaps on the caravan, on the tents, are looking at certain things. And as they seem to be satisfied with an individual or a group of the caravan, they go, and someone's ticking off or scratching out things. But slowly you're getting closer and closer. Now you're invisible. You're making your way up.
Yes.
You nip behind one of these guards who's got this board, and as you can see, he's just standing there looking at everyone, not doing anything, but what he is doing is just flicking through various parchments. And on these parchments there are pictures of individuals, and on the first one there looks like an orcish looking humanoid. You see him flick through, there's a couple of kind of individuals with hoods on. They look almost like identical twins. He flicks through, there's another image of a woman, he clicks through flickly, and you just capture as a glance, you see an image very much like what you pulled off the tree of the four of you, depicted dwarf, gnome, human and drow, which is very kind of unique, and it jumps out at you. And then he kind of flicks on and then moves up again to the line.
I fall back and I whisper to Duncan, it's the most wanted list and we are on it.
Oh, what do you think we should do?
Getting closer,
Kill
Probably.
everyone.
maybe half a dozen, maybe a couple of horses, a group of people, and then it's just the two of you, isn't it? Duncan and Shoal now at the back.
I split up or hide in the back of a trunk.
Gage, you've got maybe about 30 seconds before they get to you guys.
Have I heard what she said to Duncan?
I imagine so, yes.
Okay.
Like,
About 20
You've got,
seconds.
you've got the cloak.
just like we did try and make ourselves look different. How successful might we think we have been?
Well, actually, we're going to find out right now, because as he steps up to you now and speaks to the individuals in front of you, and they introduce themselves. Frederick, my wife, Alicia, this is our daughter, Emily, oh yes, tradesman looking to sell wood, blah, blah, blah. Oh yes, yep, papers are here, right, that's everyone on the list. the guardsman with the parchment turns around and goes, "You can leave them in, Barry," and then they come to you. They're just guardsman says, "Hey, when there's 4 of you," and he looks over and looks at the.
We're not together.
He looks over at the leader of the thing and he goes, "Tremel, didn't you say there were 4 people at the back?"
I get Morris out, let Morris out to just go and
Start.
give them a go. Just to keep annoying them, keep going for them, make a distraction.
What exactly is he
He's just flipping at them.
like at the guard?
Yes. They're all on between them,
Get off.
making a terrible mess.
Yeah. There's one. And he goes to another one. Second guard, like he wants, he flutters away. He goes up to another guard who's just waiting. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And just kind of slaps him with the kind of the sword he's just pulled out of the scabbard. He rolled a 16 plus 2 to hit. So what's Morris's armor class?
12.
Yeah. So it's going to be 4 points of slashing damage.
He only has 1 point.
Burst of feathers.
He's done.
Right. That's a bit weird.
Oh.
Didn't you kill him? Where's he gone? He's not here anymore though, is he? Oh, good job. Fucking pesty things. He goes around to look and goes, where's Pedrick gone? I'm pretty sure he said 4. Maybe he's wrong. I don't know. And he looks at you both. Are you two together? Are you two together?
No, I don't know who he is.
Alright, okay, you first in, and he draws you forward.
Hello.
What's your business? What's your name?
I'm here to buy some fishing nets.
Where'd you come from?
We come from, and I'm going to name that place where Tank's brother was that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
The fishing village.
I need to know this because I want to know.
Is it?
Somewhere.
Stings.
I can't remember.
No, anyway.
Flidlow.
It was right on the course.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
little fishing weddings, like you come a bloody long way to get fishing nets.
I know that you have the best fishing nets in the land here.
Alright, if you say so.
And we use a lot of fishing nets, and we had like a right big storm, and you see we had the nets out at the time. Normally when there's a storm, you see, we take them in, but we got caught out with the storm and we were out at the sea.
Alright,
and we had the
okay.
nets
Yeah,
in,
all
and,
good. Fine, yeah. You got somewhere to stay? You got any plans? Where are you staying?
The gentleman at the front here said the Bluebell is quite a nice place, so we're going to probably try there, unless you can recommend somewhere.
Yeah, you said we?
Yes, me and my 2 axes. This one is called George, and this one is called Simon.
Oh.
And what was your name again, sir?
Frank.
Frank, okay. He looks at you and, yep. Can you just roll a stealth check with advantage?
Possibly not. That was a 3. I was going to say, could it be something else, but I'm going to make... Oh, natural 20 on that one.
Yeah. Good on you. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you, I will.
Yep, alright. And I think quicker way home, use the South Pass, go out the South District and scoot along through Ferrymead. It's much quicker. You must have gone the dog's a long way round, mate.
Oh, yeah, well, I had to go and see me
Oh, okay.
grandma first.
Alright. Well, have a good stay. And keep your nose clean. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, look, I've got a great big nose. I like to keep it clean.
Move along. And he kind of like moves you on. He's like, right, sir. Business? Name?
Marlin Woodsmanson.
Don't go and hurry through the gate, just go...
Marlin Woodsmanson.
Yes.
Your parents used to play that stupid game where they make up names of people off the cuff.
No, because we're a long line of honest woodsmen.
Chemists.
Oh, okay.
And
So-
I come here to help out with the traders that's selling their wood that they grew.
Okay, cool. You've also got business and
Yes.
someone to stay, all set for the night?
Yes, the sea breeze.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Well, have a wonderful stay. And as you go past, can you please roll a stealth check?
I'll check. Do I also get advantage?
With advantage.
Right.
Because he's a little bit confused about your name and the antics of...
Right. So I rolled a 3 and a 5, which brings it to 6.
Turns around. Yep, cool. Make your way through... What is it? Hold on a minute there, please, sir. And one of the guards steps up. Fair to say, Duncan, you've moved, what, 10 or so feet through? And you can see...
I would have gone right through so I can't be seen. I would
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
Maybe I will move down to like where these crates and stuff are, and
You
so
put
I,
yourself on?
so I can try. Yeah. So maybe let me try and so I can try and keep an eye on what's going on, but I want to be like out of the way so they don't know where I am. So I'll just maybe like over there.
Undra, Tish, do you want to just position yourselves? Because as soon as he calls someone over and you just...
Where am I, Steve?
you're just there, but you can position yourselves where you want to be.
Did you make yourself invisible?
Apparently.
They both made themselves invisible, so you
Yeah,
would have
man.
easily just kind of cruised through the gate.
Where do you want
And he
to be?
flicks through to a particular page on the parchment, and they look at you and they're like, really quite sorry about this, my friend, but you unfortunately resemble a little bit too much for our liking. Someone that we'd like to speak to. So I'm sure you've got some very important business here, and I'm sure, being the professional businessman...
Well, if you say I resemble someone that you want to speak to, then you know it's not me. So I'm going to go and do my
You're going
best.
to be coming with us, and we're just going to take you just for a quick chat, because we have someone who might want to speak to you. Okay? So if you'd like to come with us, and one of the guards just kind of steps forward, and he's like, this way, sir. I'll do the honour of not asking for your weapons, but if you draw anything or make any sudden movements, we might be required to use force, okay?
Well, all right, I won't sketch anything. But I've heard so that guy.
And they start walking
Yeah,
you in.
I'm going to say. So I'm going to point at the leader of the caravan. He said that that the guards here aren't that trustworthy, and they can't really get anything done because apparently there is some like scoundrels that are extorting people.
Be that as it may, our particular job today is to wander you into the barracks where someone's going to have a chat with you.
Oh.
And to be honest, sir, there's not a dick you can say that's going to make us change our minds for doing that job. So come along quietly.
No, that's all right. So is it Marlin? No, not Marlin. Is it Alan that I'm going to talk to?
You are going to talk to the person that comes to speak to you. Now this way, please, sir. And they guide Shold around, and you see him being basically moved round this way and taken into a building by a number of guards.
Yeah.
A building where there is another two guardsmen wandering around the entrance, and they step in and they're like, "Oh, Bezza, who you got there, mate? Oh, just someone the boss might want to speak to. That's all. We'll see. Might be nothing." And kind of lead you in. And one of the other guards turns around, and you hear this, Duncan, and he goes, "Might be nothing, but it could be one of those four, you know, the big pay from the company. There are not too many Northmen with a ponytail in the back, that's for sure, that we've seen recently. Hey, drinks are on Bazza tonight, fellas." As you kind of see Shoal being ushered into what you imagine is the kind of the garrison building by the North Gate. They start talking to a couple of other individuals, letting them through. Time now starts to draw by quite slowly. What do the three of you want to do?
Well, that's a bit of a pickle, isn't it? Do we really need him?
No, not really.
I think we do.
Oh,
I might need him later.
Yeah. And he's really, he's the favour of Father Rowan.
oh yeah, there was that.
Yeah. And yeah, just go get him.
Well, he might still be able to bluff his way out of it, maybe. I mean, do you think we should just like wait a little, rather than like create a big fight the moment we get in the city gates and then we're done? Maybe we should just like wait and see if he like could get himself out of it, and then if they're going to execute him, then we could like perhaps rescue him.
And maybe we should just check the building so that I'll just go that way and you
Oh
go.
yeah, just do a
to
bit of
see if
reconnaissance to see
Yeah,
how we would
'cause we're
like
still
break
invisible.
in and
Sure,
stuff.
we'll find them
Yeah.
under a bridge later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can find our accommodation, have a little bite to eat. I'm sure by then they'll be finished with him.
Yeah.
How long does your, like, you're probably stood there and I'm like this, how long does your invisibility last?
Ages.
An hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of time, eh?
Yeah.
I'd say at this point, having this conversation, maybe 10 minutes, nearing 15, it's kind of etched by since
Let's get to the
since you lost
accommodation.
sight of him.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to wander down the street a little bit because I'm not invisible. Maybe you two could just like do a bit of snooping.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go fast.
As you wander down the street, Duncan, in the city, it does kind of sprawl out, and it's just this large pathway that's leading down in front of you seems to strike right down the middle of the city. There are buildings left and right, alleyways moving. There are vendor carts on kind of larger areas selling wares and food. There's people milling around and walking with purpose.
Okay.
Right down this road, right in the centre, off in the distance, you can see on a raised bed of land with a secondary wall running around it, a castle, kind of a barracks, but like a squared, lordly-like manor, basically struck right in the middle of the city.
Okay. I'm not going to walk too far, maybe just a block or so, just so I'm not near the gate, you know, because I don't want them like...
And then as you go by, people are like, "Oh, can I show you something, sir? We've got some wonderful pastries. Welcome to the city. Oh, are you looking for some adventure, some action, sir? We can recommend some tours of Hawkesmore." You get other people like, "Oh, would you like a new cloak, sir? Something a bit more colourful. It's a bit drab, that one." It's
Does anyone have a hat?
You make a quick perception check.
Oh yes, 24.
Yeah, you see your eyes get caught by someone trying to sell you a colourful cloak, and next to them you can see someone with more scarves and these selection of hats. Some of them are colourful and gaudy. Some are
Do
more
any look like
functional.
they might be worn by a wizard?
Oh.
You go up there. You have a kind of a nose as you're walking past, and you see one in particular. Well, there are two that strike you. The first one is more of a flat kind of bulbous-looking thing that comes off to the side with a little tass in the middle, and you kind of is worn by someone's trying it on, and it's worn very straight at the front, coming off to one side, and then you see with some kind of face masks painted like cats and dogs, and one's as a bear, and you can see this bright blue small pointed hat with a small rim with bright yellow stars spattered all the way around it in the kids section.
I'm going to buy that one.
Okay, can I help you, sir? Oh, must know. Can I help you? What are we after here? Which one is that? She picks up this one. Is it for a man, a little girl, or a boy?
No, would it fit me?
But I guess it would. That fancy dress, of course. Yes, I love it. You going for arcane wizard, or are you
Yes,
going for?
I'm an arcane wizard.
well,
Frank Dana, arcane wizard, that's me.
What? Meet your friend. You've got the alias and everything. I tell you what, I have got as well. And she goes over to the back and comes out. She goes, "Not only have you got the hat," and she goes, "Ta-da!" And there's this little blue, bright electric blue cloak that fastens with a gold star at the front. Matching set. What'd you say? Two silver pieces for the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness, you are going to be the belle of the ball, whichever fancy dress costume party you're going to. Done. And would you like me to wrap them up?
No, I'm going to pop them straight away. I'm very excited.
Okay then, no problem. Two silver pieces off. Thank you, enjoy. She hands them over to you. They're not travelling garments. They look like they're made for a fancy dress party, but they are colourful and bright and very wizardly, and they fit perfectly.
Excellent. That sounds cool. Frank Bain at Arcane. What? Arcane.
Wizard? Okay.
And with you decked out to be the wizard that you so want to be, you two just hunkering down watching Shold, you find yourself sitting. You've been left alone in a room. No window, very dull, a chair, table. And it's at this point, you've been sat there for maybe 10 minutes.
Is it a stone building or a wooden building?
It looks like a wooden building. And suddenly you hear this kind of like, and someone excitedly speaking outside the door. You kind of hear whispers of, it's weird, I'm not seeing anyone like him, he looks really, really familiar. And the individual then that opens the door walks in. Hello, and it's this little dwarf with this big beard and a gnarly face. And he goes, so, you look a little bit too like someone that we really want to speak to. So, it's about time we had a chat, all right? And he shuts the door behind him and sits down. And that's where we're going to hold the session.
Oh. We're going to get a battering.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, tonight. Join us next week for the next episode. See how he gets himself out of this pickle.
Or if his companions just leave him to it, because,
It's going to be the great escape.
the greatest escape.
Or they're just going to realize they got the wrong person and just let me go.
Well, we'll see how that pans out next week. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.